streets of Kampala never showed mercy. Ours moved like angry beasts. Dust flew into people's eyes. Enders shouted every second. And among thousands of struggling souls was a skinny young boy called Wahab. Every morning before sunrise, Wahab would wake up in a small rusty room made of iron sheets. Rain leaked through the roof. A mattress was torn. Sometimes there was no electricity. Sometimes there was no food. At every morning his mother would look at him and say, "Poverty is temporary. Never lose hope in Allah." Those words became the fire inside him. Till only 11 years old, Wahab started hawking on the streets. He sold groundnuts. Sometimes he sold sweets, sometimes water bottles, sometimes second-hand sandals. He walked through traffic shouting, "Mineral water, cold water, groundnuts." People ignored him, insulted him, cheated him, laughed at his torn clothes. But Wahab kept moving, because poor people do not have the luxury of giving up. Could a poor boy, without school fees, become a businessman? But destiny does not ask people for permission. One painful morning, Wahab's mother called him aside. Her eyes were filled with tears. He could not afford his school fees anymore. Oh books, oh uniform, oh money. That day, Wahab removed his school uniform for the last time. As he walked away from school, he looked back one final time, not knowing that one day the same world that rejected him would celebrate him. Surviving the streets of camp life became harder. Wahab worked day and night. The rain, the heat, under insults. Some nights he slept hungry. Some days he earned almost nothing. But struggle teaches lessons that comfort can never teach. While other boys wasted time gambling and roaming, Wahab observed businessmen carefully. He watched how they talked, how they negotiated, how they handled customers. He learned silently, because wisdom is not only found in classrooms. Sometimes the streets become the university of life. Years passed. Wahab became stronger mentally, but deep inside him one dream kept burning, and will leave this life behind. The journey to Dubai evening, Wahab met an old friend who had returned from Dubai. A man looked successful, lean clothes, ice watch, confidence. He spoke about opportunities abroad, about hard work, about sacrifice. At night Wahab could not sleep. His heart kept telling him, "Your future is bigger than these streets." But traveling abroad needed money. And Wahab had almost nothing. Oh, he worked harder than ever before, or months. In years, he saved every coin. He denied himself comfort. Oh, luxury, no enjoyment. The sacrifice. Finally, the impossible happened. Wahab got an opportunity to travel to Dubai. Today he boarded the plane. He looked each. Wahab stayed disciplined. Every dirham mattered. Every saving mattered. Every sacrifice mattered. Because successful people understand one secret. Small disciplined actions create giant results over time. A goat business that changed everything. Wahab noticed something important. On the Fola, livestock business was growing. Oats were always in demand, especially during religious celebrations and special occasions. Most people ignored the opportunity. Wahab saw gold where others saw animals. With his small savings, he bought his first goat, USD1 goat. People laughed at him, who came all the way to Dubai to become a goat keep. But successful people are willing to look foolish temporarily to become successful permanently. Wahab ignored the noise. Month after month, he bought another goat, and another. Sometimes he skipped meals just to save money for goats. Sometimes he walked long distances to avoid transport costs. His focus became dangerous. Years passed. The goats multiplied. And goats be. Money grows when you stop chasing pleasure and start building assets. Goats became more than animals. They became the foundation of an empire. Returning to Uganda as a different man one day, Wahab returned to Uganda. People could hardly recognize him. The same streets that once of one of the biggest companies in Uganda. expensive offices, luxury cars, big meetings, powerful connections, employees everywhere. People now called him OMN.eu. Deep inside, Ahab never forgot the streets of Kampali, never forgot hunger. He never forgot struggle, because pain had built the man he became. And that is what made him different from many rich people. He respected workers. He helped struggling youth. He supported families. He built opportunities for others, because real success is not measured by how much money you have,